If I was to ask you right now, what is your purpose for this life? What is your hope for this life? You'll probably tell me that you would like to live a happy life. But something a lot of us are doing, which is directly reducing the happiness in our life, is we're setting rules on what will make us happy and what won't. These rules come in the forms of likes and dislikes. We basically have two categories, two columns running through our lives. A column for things we like and a column for things we dislike. And as we get older, we add more and more things to those columns. The problem with this is that when we dislike something, it becomes a hurdle in our life. When we resist something, it becomes a hurdle in our life, something for us to get tangled up in. How often have you been left thinking about something you didn't like, totally wrapped up in the frustration of it? It might have been from a total stranger or somebody close to you. Many of us would like to be considered a loving person. But when we dislike things or people, we exclude them. And love in its truest form is all about inclusion. When we accept things, we make them part of ourselves. And when we don't accept something, we're actually becoming biased. We're not seeing a situation as it is. Therefore, we can't have as much confidence that we're doing the right thing for the right situation. So many of us want to be free from time constraints, from money constraints, yet we remain a slave to our likes and dislikes. True freedom is being able to do what needs to be done joyfully. And sometimes it's the things we didn't ask for, the things we didn't expect, that we hadn't chosen already to like, that end up being the best things for us. So how do we seek to dissolve these likes and dislikes? The first small step is to think to yourself, do I really need to be frustrated by this? Do I really need to be angry by this? Is it that big a deal? Just consciously thinking about this and choosing not to dislike or like something is the first step towards acceptance. The next step is to consider, if I don't want anybody telling me how to live my life, then surely I shouldn't expect or want to tell other people what to do in their lives. The world is built to work a little bit your way, a little bit his way, a little bit her way, and a little bit my way. So if I don't want people telling me how to live, then I shouldn't want to tell other people how to live either. The final small step we can take is to always remember that we don't know what's happening in somebody else's life. So the next time somebody's doing something that upsets you or frustrates you, remember, we don't know what's happening in their life. So to be accepting is to be understanding. It's to be compassionate. So always remember that there may be something going on in their life and they deserve our compassion and not our frustrations. Research shows that those who are flexible are generally happier in life. And flexibility is a sign of being able to accept all the different scenarios that could come our way, all the different situations and circumstances. And when we're accepting, not only are we generally kinder, it's kinder to ourselves, because we're not setting rules that life has to be a certain way and meet all these different criteria to be happy. We're giving ourselves the freedom to be happier no matter the situation. George Bernard Shaw, the Irish playwright, once said, "Better to keep ourselves bright and clean as we're the windows through which we see the world." And a way to keep ourselves bright and clean is to seek to dissolve our likes and dislikes and no longer seek to classify everything in one of those categories.